Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Phantasy Star Online. This is Gilbert. This is part 51. We are finally we finally reached the ruins. We first explored the beautiful forests. We made it through the dreadful caves and the highly technological mines to get to this point. And at each step of the way, we had to fight a vicious boss. First, there was the horrible fire dragon that we found in the central dome. Next was Darole, also known as Beta 772, that we fought in the underground pipes or canals. And finally, there was the evil and vicious, just completely horrid Volopt, who gave me far more trouble than I could have thought possible. And that just goes to show you, don't get cocky. And every step, and also, all along the way, we have fulfilled every request that has been made of us. And so now, we will continue that tradition of questing. We start with Doc's secret plan. Dr. Montauk is a renowned scientist in biotechnology. He needs help. I need someone to test my prototype weapon. Reward $9,000. Meseta. Okay. So, I'll be honest. I actually kind of recorded this part a little bit before, but I got a little carried away with the commentary, and yeah, I don't need to talk about that.
Maria Dream, I heard about you from Eleanor. I'm Giancarlo Montauk, a scientist. Please, call me Jean. Simply speaking, I'm a genius. I've been studying Ragal's life forms. The Council begged me to. Even the monsters and machines underneath. By the way, why are officers so paranoid? I don't like it. Don't bring the animals back here. Don't go to Ragal. Don't. So I called you. I want to try an experiment, but the Council must not know. As you can see, I'm a forest, but I'm also a blacksmith. I created a weapon based on the data I collected from Ragal. I want you to test the prototype. Eleanor said you were reliable. It's very simple. All you have to do is kill the monsters with it. You can bring Eleanor with you. She will give you more information. Everything clear? It'll be fun! Haha!
Hello, Maria Dream. I'm glad to see you again. Well, let me inform you about the experiment. The experiment should be done in the ancient ruins. I already placed the test devices on a certain floor. Maria Dream, you need to kill the monsters at these locations. The test devices record data and also absorb biophoton energy. I placed 3 devices on the floor. Don't forget to bring back the test devices. Don't forget to bring the test devices back after the battles. Are you ready? Let's start.
You know, maybe I should do a... He's Giancarlo Montauk. It's more of a French name, so maybe I should do a French accent?
Oui, I am Giancarlo Montauk. I am a scientist, a force, and a blacksmith. I speak in a seductive French accent.
But I can't really do a French accent too well. So screw that. We're going down. This will be our first trek into the ruins. Oh, man. Such a long road, and we are at the final stretch. Oh boy! So here we are. You saw a little preview of the ruins in the last part. Well, now you're going to see them in full. You'll notice I've made some changes to my setup here. Instead of Foy, I'm using Raw Foy. Instead of Barda, I'm using G Barda, and I'm still using regular Zon because I don't expect to see too many enemies that are weak to it. So yeah, everything looks very weird in the ruins. Very alien. Look at these switches are like organic. They're kind of freaky. The doors are, I mean, you know, everything works pretty much just like all the other technology. So it's not really different. And of course, I'm with Eleanor, so I have Resta equipped. So let's see. We run here and...
Maria Dream, the first test area is right here. The test devices are activated. Watch out, monsters are approaching.
Okay, so we meet Del Sabers and Dominions. I don't know. Del Sabers are the bastard of the ruins. Especially if you are a melee character, or a melee character, as I like to say. Because you can't attack them from the front. You have to hit them from behind. They have this dodge, which you can see them doing, where he brings his arm up. That looks like a claw. It's actually a shield. He brings that up to dodge his attacks, to block your attacks. And so for a melee character, you either have to hit him from behind, or you have to get lucky and somehow catch him in between blocks. And that's very hard to do, and it does not happen often. So you can't rely on it. Oh, okay. I just wasted. Oh well. So you do have to be careful with... So the Del Sabers are bastards. Rangers and forces have a far easier time with them, obviously. Obviously, I'm not having any trouble with them. And that's because they cannot block techniques. They cannot block them. They don't have a dodging move. So... Now, fortunately, Eleanor can take care of herself. Because... Jeez, look at that. She's like right in the middle of it. Oh, crap. Crap. Okay. My god. I'm distracted by the freaking Dominions. And she's just getting killed by the Del Sabers. But now I'm here, I can help her out. Unfortunately, got test device 1.
We've collected all the data we need here. Shall we move on to the next area?
Now, you just noticed something cool with Jib Barda, is that it can freeze enemies. Barda can't, but Jib Barda and Raw Barda can. So it's pretty useful. That became my strategy for the ruins back in the day, was I'd freeze them so they couldn't hit me, and then I just attack them like mad. Now, before I kill this thing, let me turn on the lights, which is over here. It's a Dark Belra. This is the other kind of big bad enemy of this area. It's really slow, though, and it's actually not too difficult, but it's extremely strong, so you have to be careful with it. It is less threatening than a whatchamacallit, a Hildebear, fortunately. So that's not too big a deal. So it's not too hard, because it's slow, and you can actually sort of deactivate them. There's kind of a cool trick that I'll show you at some point in this LP. Probably not this part, because I have Eleanor with me. But there's something neat you can do that I'll definitely show. And I think there are a few more enemies here to introduce. But for now, just the Del Sabers are bastards, and Dark Belra, who... The Dark Belra aren't too bad. Anyway, yeah, so my strategy used to be, back in the day, to freeze enemies, and then attack them with Raw Barda, usually. And then, okay, and there's the freaking clever trap of the ruins. They drop these giant kind of bells on you, and then you can move around inside it, but you can't get out, and you can't use your attack or you can't attack or anything. You can't do anything to destroy it. Okay, so here are La Dominions. They are weak to Barda. And because there's only one of them, I'm going to save them for last. Assuming I can freaking get these guys. Ah! So annoying to get not... That's probably the worst part about playing a force, is that anytime you get attacked, you get knocked down, pretty much. Oh, fuck! And Eleanor dies. Because I got knocked down, and... okay. Gotta do it again. Son of a bitch. So, there are downsides to playing a force. I mean, for one, anytime you get attacked, you pretty much get knocked down every time. That gets annoying, and it makes it difficult to kill enemies. And then, of course, that also gets you in trouble when you have an NPC you have to take care of. Now, Eleanor is pretty good at taking care of herself. But, like all NPCs, she's not perfect. She's not going to survive infinitely. And pretty much any player that gets into that situation is probably going to die as well. The only real way to get out of that situation, because you pretty much can't attack when you're surrounded like that, is to drop a telepipe and then just use that to get the hell out. That's much harder to do in this game, of course, because you have to pause and navigate the menus to get through it, or to get to the telepipes. Unless you have them mapped, which, I mean, I never really kept telepipes mapped. I mean, especially if you're an android, you don't want to be in a situation where you can waste your telepipes, because those are your lifeline for pretty much for the ruins and the caves. But like any area where that's just really long, telepipes are your lifeline to getting out. I mean, the forest has a lot of interconnected ways. I mean, Forest 2 is pretty much a giant circle. So it's not too difficult to get through. And I just wasted. Okay. But other areas like Caves 3 and stuff, I mean, pretty much beyond the forest, they don't baby you with area setups. I mean, it just becomes hardcore. And I can't... Techniques take time to cast, and when you're getting interrupted, it's impossible. Jeez. Okay, so now I actually know the way to go, so I'm not gonna waste time by going into that other area. But I probably am going to have to stop after I kill off these things, because I'm 13 minutes in, and I'm paying full attention to the time I have. Seriously, I really am paying complete and full attention. Oh, that's not right. Oh shit. Oh, okay. I can't get to her. I'm not close enough. There it goes. Arg! Eleanor's gonna die again. I can't get her out of here. Item, techniques, support. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. You have to... Ooh, man, that... Maybe I should map it, but over what is the question? I mean, you only get 6 spots to map stuff. There aren't... I mean, it's not like Phantasy Star Universe where everything's mapped to each weapon, so you can have several weapons with different stuff mapped to it. And even then, you couldn't map items to your weapons, so it was all... I don't know. It's very difficult. Okay, and now... okay, much better. See how much better that was? No, no getting owned. Alright, so now... Come on, Eleanor. Get the hell out of there. Do not... Okay, she... problem with NPCs is that they will stop and fight when they need to run. Whew, okay. 3 shots of Rafoy and those things are down. now that I've frozen these things. I love Jabarda. Okay, so I got the first test device. Whoo boy, let's run through here. Back to where that trap I described is. And, I mean, gee, this is just... Alright, you know what, I am gonna hit that switch, and I guess I'll open them. Accidentally, but I'll open the boxes. Because there actually is one of those cage traps on that side. Oh, I thought I got hit by that. But there actually is like a couple of those over there, and if you go past the items, you're actually protected from that. Okay, here's the room where I died before, and I'm gonna stop here, and I will see you guys next time on Let's Play Phantasy Star Online. Later.